Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. I know I'm so terribly late. I'm so slow today. I'm a little bit struggling. Oh, I also found out that my hot water bottle isn't disintegrating because I keep putting it against the boiler. I'm actually not supposed to put the water in it when it's actually boiling. I'm supposed to put in water that is slightly less than boiling. So I've basically just been burning myself. But that's the only heat that works, so I don't know. I guess I have to order a new one. How is everyone doing? Bhutanese, 21 months. That's insane. Do you like new derp? How are you doing? What happened? What happened? And I hate autocorrect. I didn't mean two scones. I would like two scones. I didn't mean two scones. I was them. Hi Riku. I recognized the name. What happened? Garfield, a 60 stream streak. That's amazing. How did you do that? Hi, Leaf. Is that what is that? Hi, Loop. I can I think we got up. Yeah, that's just me. I was Hello, Jungus. Ox. Hello. Ew, gelatine. Why gelatine? I hate gelatine. Do you know what gelatine is? Do you know? Do you even know what you just called me? The guinea pig, I don't mind too much. They're quite cute, but the gelatine. Why is there always one word in there that just makes me go, wait, why that word? I look so fluffy. I know I need to cut my hair, but I can promise you that's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm not allowed to cut my hair at the moment. It's a thing that when women go through extreme emotional turbulence, that they get a tendency to cut their hair. Doesn't have to be relationship related, by the way. I learned this the hard way. Women tend to do things. I am not allowed to touch my hair at all for the coming long time. Long time. Not allowed to do it because I'm gonna mess it up and I'm gonna regret it. I don't want to do that. It has to be. I know, Jungus. I know, but I always fall for it because it starts out, oh, that's quite sweet, and then it's just like, wait, what? What do you mean? Have I thought about a pixie cut? I just grew it out, Ox. That's my point. I just got out of the pixie cut again. I've had one many a time. The last time was a good decision. I'll have to admit. I really needed to get rid of that, but this time I don't want to. I don't want to do it. So there's a post-it on my mirror that says no chop chop, no chop chop. So you can't change my mind. I already told myself that this is the rule, no chop chop. It's very effective. Other side of the hot chick spectrum, dreads. I wish I could pull that off, but I don't think I have enough hair. The thing about people with girls is that there's a certain type of people with girls that look like drowned cats when they have wet hair. Like it looks like a lot of fur until you put them in a bath. It's just air. It's just air. So I don't think I can pull off dreads. I'm so sorry. I wish I could. I think they look amazing. I think they're beautiful, but alas. Hi Blue. How are you today? I just shaved my head. Never actually considered that. Not truly. I mean, I've wondered, would I have the skull to do that? Because who doesn't? Who doesn't? But not actually. I think, I don't know. It is safety. I, I liked the pixie cut. A pixie cut was already very liberating, but no, not this time. No chop chop. No chop chop. Just the Elspire Express. That's what I will be doing today. The maintenance of shaving all the time. Also, that's gonna itch growing back. That is, and I'm not sure we're talking about the same kind of shaving. I would keep some hair on there. It's a pain. I'm about to shave it every single day. I don't have time for that, Chunga. See, this is why I'm just growing it out. I'm just growing it out. I'm just going wild. The thing is, the last time I gave myself a little bit of an intentional haircut because I've been cutting my own hair since I lost my last hairdresser. No one is ever allowed to touch my hair again. I still miss her. I still talk to her. She lives very, very far away. So I've been cutting my own hair since I lost her. And it's always just, you know, very low maintenance, and every once in a while I'll try to make it a little bit fancy. The thing is, the last time I did that, I gave myself a wet haircut, and I do unfortunately have quite curly hair if I take proper care of it, which means I have to cut it dry, otherwise it will look a bit odd, which is what it's doing right now. And also I am not taking proper care of it. I should have washed it yesterday. I forgot. All right, I slept, I knit, making good progress with I told you I should start a business. I should start a skinny scarf business because I'm making progress. I ate pizza and then I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can't find a barber that will have you ever watched a video of someone waxing their head, Jungas? I don't recommend you look it up. It's rather traumatic, but there are people out there who did that on a dare, I think. Well, for clicks and views, basically, honestly. Grow full beard. Is white with a few strands of red at the corner of my mouth. It looks like it had some marinara sauce. Blue, that's a vibe. If you own that, I would love that. Truly, I am not kidding. I love it when people have just a unique something, and I would absolutely adore that. Because you say marinara sauce, but what about vampire? What about vampire? That's what I would think if I saw that in the wild. I think that would actually look great. I got off my dreads last year. Oh no, Uggs! They were down to my butt. Oh, only because I'm getting all tangled up and trying to sleep. Yeah, I don't know. How would you? I mean, can't you just cut them? Hell no. Right, Uggs. You can't wax your head. There's a reason no one wants to do that. Okay. There's a very good reason, and there's proof out there of people who tried to do it to their friends and it went horribly wrong. Don't do that to your friends. You're not friends. If you say yes to your friend asking you to ask no, if you say yes to someone asking you to wax their head, you are mean and you are not a good friend. Don't do that. It's not gonna go right. Don't do it. What? For 5 years? Then why did you stop? Just do it yourself. Don't make people do it. Don't make other people do that. It's so traumatizing. I raised my leg once for a charity thing never again. It's violent and you shouldn't do it. It's why? I mean, if you want to do it, fine, I get it. Like, it does feel very soft for quite a while, but also, if you just let your hair grow out, it's quite soft as well. It's just a different perspective. Um, I just don't think it's worth it, personally. All the pain? No. Come on. Just a scratch. Yeah, you won't feel a thing. Just a little pinch. Yay. Okay, Erin. Good luck. Don't let them be mean to you. Just hang up. The epilator thing? That's a torture device. The things you people do. I mean, you people. Are we saying the same you people? Because there's a you people in there, is for sure. My God, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I am not a good female for this society. I never was. I'm not doing that shit. What do you mean? No. It's not the painful way. Well, you can get used to anything, Chunga. That's true, and especially when it comes to pain, can get. But why would you? That's the question. Oh my God. On my scalp, at least, my neck skin though, because I could never let anyone wax my neck. This shit hurts like really. That's fascinating. Not the top of your scalp. Hello. IT on, just a big shot in the butt. You won't feel anything. Nah, just a little pinch, and then you can't sit for 2 months. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to read something that is hopefully rather harmful and not at all like waxing in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to read the Elsewhere Express, and I have the hardcover because it was just released, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful hardcover, and it's about a girl who finds herself on a very special train, a magical train that only shows up for people who are lost in life. And it's not just any kind of train. This is, a magical train. So there's very interesting cards in there, like where you can picnic on lily pads or go to a bar where jellyfish and whales swim through pink clouds. I think I made the exact same mistake the last time I talked about this. So that's what I'll be doing today. The feeling of a oh my god, Chungus. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's. I mean, you say something about women doing stuff, but also men do wild things as well to themselves. So we are going into a sprint. I will be reading The Elsewhere Express by Samantha Sotto Yambao. I think that is how you pronounce her name. And for the next 30 minutes, I will be muted and see what this is all about. I didn't know yet when I bought it, but the author's note in the beginning says this is a work of fiction that touches on the subject of gradual loss of sight, which is really horrible, and especially reading, it's probably going to be very confronting. But don't you worry, I like a story like this. I like a story that makes me feel. So let's go. The first leg everywhere. I will see you in 30 minutes. Good luck. Last minute. Oh boy, Lulu. Hi, how are you doing? We're taking a 10-minute break and then we're going to do a power hour, the goal of which is to try and practice flow. Now, I want to be very clear. Don't mistake my ability to focus today for only focus. I am really trying to not be here. And I chose a perfect book, I feel like, because this is going to touch on topics that are going to help me process what is going, what's happening in my life right now, which is interesting. I'm sorry, Lulu. Yeah, I thought so. I'm so sorry. The world is going crazy. Um, which is why I decided to pick this book up, despite not only, only focus. Only focus. This book is, even though I still have a few books to finish, because I am reading them. I am reading them very slowly, like 3, 4 pages a day, if that. But during stream, it's very important for me to just try to get through it for now. This is by the same hi Thingy. This is by the same author as Water Moon. Hold on, this should not be open. And I loved Water Moon. It was a great comfort read. It wasn't too simple, but also not too intense. It touches on heavy topics, but in a very gentle and soft way. And this is going to do the same. One of the main characters is dealing with loss of eyesight, but they're an artist. They literally make a living from painting. And I just met both of the characters, and both of them are just lost, which is exactly the kind of person that this train, the Elsewhere Express, will show up for. And one of the characters has just been uh, transported into the Elsewhere Express. She closed her eyes in the subway, and she opened them back up after ruminating on the lives of people around her. And now she's in a vintage train. So I don't know. We'll see. The writing of this is beautiful, and I was wondering because I feel like in the last few months, the books I've been reading were very important for what was going to happen in real life, like in the world and in my personal life. It's fascinating, truly. And I'm sure that in a few months I'll be able to look at it with a little bit more enthusiasm. It's just that when you're in the middle of it, it's not great. I loved it, Ox. I loved Watermoon. I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful book. And my feeling was that the people who had a bad review under Watermoon are just not used to anything that is not Western. And that is a bit blunt, but I don't have the bandwidth to say it in any other way because that's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. Um, because that is just the kind of book that the general public is presented with, right? If you even if you go to physical bookstores, there's just a clear preference for Western authors and literature, and that's changing. Luckily, it's changing, and that there are people who are putting in a lot of effort to do this consciously, but um, that's not really a generalized and normalized thing quite yet. to purposefully and mindfully read authors that are from different parts of the world or maybe have a different cultural background. That seems to be a bit forgotten sometimes. And I think that was something that happened with Water Moon as well, with the general public. I think it was really well received with critics, though. Hello, Amzodef. Do you mean this thing? This is a hot water bottle for my uterus because I have endometriosis and I am in pain. So this helps me be in a little less pain. How are you doing today? Moa Punch. Do I speak French? I wish. I really wish I did. I think it would be very satisfying to be able to speak French. But alas, I do not. Do you? I jumped so hard when your alarm went off. I was just zoned out in reading. Now I feel like I pulled something in my back. Oh no, Chungus! Oh no! I wouldn't bring back the pants joke, but I feel like I milked it already, so I'm sorry. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be a very good example in the coming Power Hour because like I said, I loved Watermoon. The voice of this author is very soothing. It's not necessarily that she's very present, but she just has a very pleasant voice. And I don't think I need to read much more to have that confirmed. It was pretty much confirmed in the first 3 pages. I just knew, yes, this is exactly what I need. And to me, that doesn't mean that I'm actually escaping in a world where like if I wanted escapism, I would have continued reading The Wheel of Time. It's far removed from my personal experience. Unfortunately, no magic here. Okay, not actually, but this is a magical realism story that is going to talk about grief and life and struggle, and that's what I'm doing right now as well. So I'm sorry, I'm not very bubbly, but I chose this book for a very good reason. And if I disappear a little bit during the Power Hour just now, just know that I need it, and I do see you. It's just that I really want to be in this book this week. So I'm going to give a good example. We're going to practice flow. We're going to practice our focus. And sometimes bad things can help you do good things. And in this case, it's going to help me really buckle down on my focus. Isn't that great? See, Jungus, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but I just knew. I just knew. Fixer, hi. Hello from work. Hope all are having a good day. We're doing our best. You be good to yourself, okay? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the resub. I don't think you should read stuff because someone is from not here, but rather not care where the others from. Read stuff because it's interesting of good. Yeah, I agree, Ox, but the thing is, if you're unaware that an author is coming from a very Asian background, the culture is just different. And I am learning that I really prefer, especially Asian rooted. I'm not saying that the authors live necessarily in Asia, but like Asian culture, they don't do spice, right? They're just a little bit more. There's more yearning, and there's a fade to black if something happens at all. Like the most wild thing that happened in The Daughter of the Moon Goddess was like a kiss on the cheek, and that was whoo. You know, the way it was written just made it so much more intimate and intense than any smut scene that I have ever encountered. But that's also because I just don't feel comfortable with smut. So, but if you are not familiar with the style of writing, you might have a negative opinion for the wrong reasons. Like reading Dickens compared to Tolstoy is a completely different experience. And even though they seem adjacent, they are from completely different backgrounds, and it's important to keep that in mind so you don't dismiss a story or an author because you're not aware. I'm not saying you should choose just because of that, but I see it happening with books that go viral and then they get torn down because the general public is has been bombarded with a very specific, often westernized, well, literature, right? So there needs to be a little bit of nuance in how other cultures and other styles and ways of storytelling are approached. Because otherwise they get torn down for the wrong reasons, and I really don't want that to happen. Like I'm pretty sure that if you really like if you like smut, and again if that's your thing, that's your thing. I just don't feel comfortable with it. But if that's your gateway drug into books, by all means read all the smut in the world. I beg of you, actually do it. If that is what makes you read books, then I am all here for it. But if that is your thing and you read something like The Daughter of the Moon Goddess, you're going to be very disappointed and you're probably going to give it 1 star. And the sad truth is, there are just a lot of people that are heavily influenced by things like ratings. And if you give a book a 1 star when you're just really not understanding what is happening in the book, that may affect future reading. And that's unfair. Because what if that bad rating makes it so that someone who desperately needed some message in that book, and now they're not going to get it because you gave a 1 because you didn't fully understand where the book is coming from. Do it make sense? I hope it makes sense. We're going to practice flow now, though. If you have any questions, I'll try to keep an eye on chat for a little bit. But again, I am in desperate need of this, of comfort, and a world where I am not necessarily running away, but in a safe environment where I can explore my own troubled mind. So, if I didn't make sense, please just ask a question. I will be reheating my hot water bottle at some point and probably make some tea. Good luck. You can do this. The point is to just get back to it, all right? If you lose focus, have a little stretch, have a sip of water, and go back at it again. You can do this, right? Good luck, and I'll see you in an hour. last minute. I'm sorry. I cheated a minute. I had to pee. I'm sorry. And I always forget. I always forget to take the charger off. Right. How far did I make it into the book? Quite far, actually. I'm impressed. I am at page 58, and it's a lovely story so far. It's kind of funny as well. We have been we have been transported into the Elsewhere Express, and have been received by someone who is wearing the appearance of someone called Lily, and um, she, wait, what is her name actually? Raya. We're calling her Raya. And she says that she doesn't remember how she got on a train, and Lily is like, "Oh, that's perfect. Um, I'll let the boarding team know." And she's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean that's perfect? I don't remember how I got here. Where am I? Why am I here? What is this? This is not a train. We're standing in a meadow. What the hell?" I do feel like, I mean, I get it. Like, this is what the story's about, and there's importance in this scene, but also I feel like you're playing with sanity here. It's funny, um, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, this could be done a little bit more softly. This is quite wild, just to pull someone from their daydream into a physical daydream that is the accumulation of everyone that was daydreaming around you. It's wild. It's beautiful. But I do feel like she has the appropriate response to what just happened, which is actually um, she doesn't know how to process, and she's confused, and I love it. I'm here for it. It's a bit dry. The banter between these complete strangers is really quite funny. And the other person that is important in the story is Q. Q is a letter of his name. There's a reason that he doesn't want to be called by his full name, but he is the one that is losing his eyesight, and that has thus been spending a lot of time in his head, because that's the only place where he can still see, right? So while Raya is painfully aware of the fact that she just had a Alice in Wonderland, but for real. So she needs to find a way out. Still, she's panicking, which is valid. You should be. You should not just accept your fate in this situation. You were in a train, now you're in a meadow. You need answers. She's right. The Q doesn't understand that it's real in the story, right? Like I understand that this is not real, but like in this, he thinks he's daydreaming, and she's like, "Dude, we need to. How did you get here? We need to get out because you're not supposed to be here. How did you get here? Show me the way out." And he's like, "Nah, it's just a daydream." So it's funny, and it's amusing. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be very confronting. That is very much clear because both of these people are lost, as is the purpose of this train. Actually, it picks people up that are untethered, have lost their purpose that ties them to the real world, which is why they got picked up. Thank you for pointing it out for me, Borky. I mean, when you think about it, it did make sense. I suppose from his POV, she's just like, yes, exactly, and it's really funny because she's just free. Like, she just tries to explain to him that it is real. It is real. This is not a drill. So it's funny. It's also very serious because I do feel like she's really right. Like, the boarding team should not make it seamless. Someone should come meet you in the subway and tell you, listen, you're gonna shift timelines now. Don't be scared. This is just how it works. But if you blink, the next time you blink, you're gonna be in a meadow. Don't be alarmed. Instead, they just pull you out of the real world and put you in this orientation car that is literally made out of the daydreams of the people that were in the subway with you, which is wild. I love it. It's great. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I needed. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself so far. I kind of knew, but then again, I read the overstory by Richard Bowers, and then I read something else by him. But that was a previous work, and that was a disappointment. So I guess I'm happy that it's working out so far. How's it going over there? It is a fun read. It's a new release, The Elsewhere Express by Samantha Sotto Yambao. It was just released, I think last month or maybe the beginning of this month. And I was really looking forward to this. Of the video I made about the books I'm looking forward to on YouTube, this one and the Catherine Arden Unicorn Hunters, those two were. I was gonna read no matter what. I was gonna find a reason, and I have a really good one this week. I need it. I need the cozy. I need the comfort. Without complete dissociation, I need this. This is gonna help me get through this week. But I will be telling you what it's about. So if you want to read it, I guess don't listen too closely, because I just wanna tell you what I'm learning. And what's happening? I'm enjoying myself. There's a video game where you use your webcam and when you blink it. Oh, I know that one. It's a sad one. I'm not playing that. I watched someone play it. I don't know who. I watched someone play it and it was devastating. It was devastating. There's also a Doctor Who episode where you're not supposed to blink, and it's a terrifying one. It's with the angels. Oh my god, I hate that episode. I actually hate that episode. Mostly immune to spoilers. All right, okay, good, Chungus. I don't want to ruin the story for you because I don't know. I had an instant click with this author, and I just feel like, just like with Catherine Arden, that I'm gonna enjoy and be comforted by their writing, no matter what they. Weeping Angels, yes, that's it. No matter what they write, no matter what the subject, I think they have just this magical ingredient that I crave when I read something for. Really for me, like as a reward, as a not too serious. I knew she wanted to drink. I asked her just now, but she said no. I know. I see you. I want to welcome a few people that just came in. Jeroen, hello. Are you Dutch or Belgian, perchance? And Ruiz and Hartsbop and Don Rizdo. I think if I butcher your name, please let me know how to pronounce it. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follows. Hi, pizza. Yeah. Oh man, this year. I can't wait until I can start doing the flower crown thing a little bit more serious. But until then, no. I'm actually gonna eat pizza. I'm starting to salivate just thinking about it. I have leftover pizza. I ordered pizza yesterday, and as I always do, I ordered 2 pizzas, so I have leftover pizza, and I will be eating that in not very long from now. Hi Storm. I feel like Twitch has been buggy for a little bit actually. Yeah, there's been interesting reporting from people who stream regularly. Yeah, me too, Blue. The Weeping Angels episodes. I cannot. I have to play along. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, but I don't know. That episode is so well done. So well done. Old Don't Blink. Yeah, Storm. Old Doctor Who. Like I said, I don't know new Doctor Who. I haven't. What is that, Ox? Oh no. I will be looking into that later, not now. Old Doctor Who was great, and especially like the first Doctor as well, very much underappreciated. and I stopped watching it at Capaldi, but for lots of reasons. I did have a, what is that? Who is that? Why? It sounds like a potato car. That should gas it, because what are you doing? Um, Lots of reasons, but I feel like Capaldi didn't get a good chance to get settled. I feel like he should have gotten at least another season. I feel like he could have done a lot more. A few of his episodes are actually my favorites. Definitely don't want. Why not? Is it really that bad? I feel like they are trying, but I also feel like they lost something of their core, and I can't put my finger on why, because I don't move in the fandom. Actually, I just watched the show. I don't know what's going on, like in the production side of it, if you know what I mean. It's by the same person who. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar, Ox. That's very possible. Hello, I see you. Yes, I saw you. He needs a second take, yeah. We gave up in one episode, but then we gave him another chance. I mean, he came in so enthusiastic, and the problem with when people he wanted to be the Doctor so bad, and when people want something really, 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 really bad, it comes across as ungenuine, and I feel like that was what happened with Capaldi. He was so excited, and we just wrote him off immediately, and I was guilty of that too. I did try to give him a chance, but I feel like for a lot of people, the switch between Smith and Capaldi was too big. It was just too sudden, and we weren't prepped well enough. They could have done more to prepare the emotional state of the fandom a little bit more. But I feel like he'll get it. I feel like he'll get back. Congratulations, Erin. That's so exciting. It's a writer problem. They're just not good. Did they change writers? Yeah, you should, Pizza. I'm so proud of you. That's great. That's a lot of pages. The entire trilogy? That's really impressive if you did. Yeah, yeah. Once I got over myself, Jungus, because that was it. It was really just our own emotional response to. The thing is, Matt was the Doctor for so long as well. We really should have been given a little bit more time to adjust to a new Doctor, because it's always hard to say goodbye to a new Doctor, to an old Doctor. It's never easy. It's always emotional, because he did the character, that iteration of the Doctor really does die, and you have to mourn him. And then there's this new guy, and he's being all popular, and he doesn't care that we just watched our Doctor die. He doesn't care. It's hard. And we should have gotten more time with Capaldi to get over the trauma of losing Matt. But he really got the brunt of the emotional whiplash of everyone. He was great. He deserves a new chance. I should get surpass that up with the Robin Hood. The ending, you'll enjoy. I think I agree. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Lulu, because it's been a while. You also loved the following season with Jodie Whittaker and saw up to the first episode of Disney Who, but didn't continue as of yet to see if it's gonna show or what. Hmm. Interesting. I mean, I guess it really depends on how you respond to it personally. That's why Doctor Who is such an interesting show. Everyone has such a personal response to him and the storylines and his companions. It's such a good show. That's why it lasted so long. It will survive. It will survive. And otherwise, it will be revived when people are ready. Jodie Whittaker as the first. I feel like she's such a great actor, though. Is it just me? From what I've seen of her, she's great. She was written poorly. The writer was awful. Completely messed with the canon, which is oh no. What did, oh no, what did they do? You can spoil that here. What did they do? Not Jodie. I feel like I saw her in a few very psychological thriller kind of settings in like shows. Um, wasn't she in a series called like Christchurch or something about a kid that ends up being murdered? Isn't she like the mom? And isn't that the show with David Tennant? Maybe I am wrong with the title. Wasn't that her? No, no, it was. And the other woman was in there as well. It's such a good show. Such a good show. Broadchurch. Thank you, Ewan. Thank you. I think that's what I mean. Isn't that where all those big names are in? You can't touch the canon of Doctor Who. You can't do that. No, will not be allowed. Hi, Shrek. Chris Eccleston as Doctor Who. That's at Torchwood, specifically the. Specifically the 4, 5, 6 storyline was better. He is really underappreciated. He was great too. Oh, and Billy. Billy was. I mean, truly. I mean, I haven't seen the new Doctor Who, so maybe I should at some point, so I can polish up my opinion. So my opinion just goes as far as Capaldi, like halfway through Capaldi's Doctor. But I feel like even if you had trouble adjusting, because I had to adjust to Smith as well. He was way too young in the beginning. That's the irony of it all. Smith was way too young, and I had a hard time adjusting to his youth. And then Capaldi came in, and it was just to me it proved that it's just about. It's not about the doctor. It's really you have to say goodbye to an iteration of the Doctor, and you have to open your heart to a new one. And honestly, it's one of the shows that can teach you a lot about being a human outside of the show. Like your personal response to it is really it can be very interesting. I was heartbroken to find out that she was dating that old ginger guy from like. So I don't know what you're talking about, Ox. I have no clue. Oh, the best Rose episodes are so. Oh, Lulu, yeah, no, they're the. Amazing arcs. She and Tennant had unholy chemistry. It was really mean eventually for the fandom. The chemistry that Tennant and Billy Piper had together. Oh, so mean. Who? Uggs, who? Yeah, that's what I gathered too, Lulu, that a lot of people, men, couldn't deal with a woman, a doctor, and critiqued this show so much when the Jodie Whittaker era had actually fewer silly episodes. Interesting. I will find a way to watch it at some point because I do love the show. It's just it takes a lot of energy for me to sit down and watch something. You were quite busy, Pizza. I love it. Good for you. The writer changed the entire history of the Doctor's race. What? The Time Lord started because some space traveler found a random child on a planet that had the ability to regenerate. So they took the child's power and started their own race, and that child was the Doctor, but then they killed all the Time Lords off again, turning them into Cyberman Dalek Time Lord hybrids, but then completely abandoned the storyline. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, I'm so sorry for my language, but that sounds just it's not good for the headache that I was already gathering. Hi, Roasted Pumpkin. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Storm, that sounds like extreme, extremely unfortunate short-term thinking is the best way I can put it. Oh Oh no, Ox, what did you find? Piper was 18 and Evans was 35 when they met. Uh-oh. I I can't deal with that right now. Really? That's not good. That sounds, that explanation, Storm, that sounds like, for one, just short term money grabbing, um, instant gratification attempt writing. And it's so disrespectful on so many levels. For one, it shows how much they don't care about the legacy of Doctor Who. They just didn't care. And at the same time, just assumed that the fans didn't care or had forgotten and thus don't care about the legacy of Doctor Who and what it means and oh, that's so bad. Oh no, that would be reason for me to not watch it. And not because of the actors, but until better writers are hired and they fix whatever they messed up. She has her own production company and is the consummate professional. Good for her. Oh no, pizza! I can't. Pumpkin, I see you, but I'm afraid that I need to go. My headache is getting a little bit out of control. I need to go lie down. I'll be back tomorrow though, and on Tuesdays, I mean I'm gonna read the entire week this week. I need it. I need cozy and comfort and some help getting through the week. So I've been reading the Elsewhere Express, and I will be doing so tomorrow. And then we will, move over stream into the writing and reading spheres. So I hope to see you there. Look at the schedule to see what it means when I say I'll be back tomorrow. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I am not pizza. I am not okay. So, but don't worry, I will be. Don't worry. I'm so very grateful that you guys just hang out with me, even as I am not as entertaining as I would like to be. And give me some food for thought. I love thinking about Doctor Who, especially during difficult times. Thinking about Doctor Who and the kindness that is in that show is a very good reminder. So when in doubt, what would Doctor Who do? All right? Okay. Thank you so much. I love you. I hope to see you soon. And bye-bye.